On the off chance that you've at any point been infatuated, you know that it's a wonderful cycle. The science behind it is much really intriguing. Understanding what gets love going is an intriguing review with regards to neuroscience, organic chemistry, and brain science, and keeping in mind that there's substantially more happening here than science alone. Understanding the fundamental mechanics of adoration is unimaginably fascinating and valuable for improving our social and heartfelt lives. The job of synthetic compounds in affection love isn't simply a lot of synthetics. However, cerebrum science assumes a significant part in why we feel the manner in which we feel about others. What's more, when we feel beneficial things, there's typically a great deal of dopamine included. Dopamine is the substance the mind discharges when individuals, ladies or men, experience any sort of joy, including love. Dopamine likewise expands how much testosterone the body produces. The expanded testosterone is the reason individuals sweat when they're around somebody they're infatuated with, and why individuals have a higher sex drive when love is new. The science behind experiencing passionate feelings for is intriguing, complex, and exceptionally helpful to comprehend. The above picture is possessed by https://onlyneforlove.com/@the-point. When ladies become hopelessly enamored, their bodies likewise creates norepinephrine and phenylethylamine. These increment center while making a feeling of elation. That is the reason ladies frequently become zeroed in on one man to the prohibition of different things, while they're experiencing passionate feelings for. It's the reason everybody, men and ladies, feels additional alarm hanging tight for an instant message, or why individuals experience difficulty resting, or in any event pondering any other person. Last, however surely not least, is oxytocin. Oxytocin is delivered at different places, including during nestling and sex. Ladies produce far a greater amount of it than men. Men don't deliver it during climax, rather than getting a surge of dopamine, which is the reason they were less inclined to become hopelessly enamored with somebody. Since we engaged in sexual relations, oxytocin separates close to home hindrances, causing individuals to feel good and getting them to lower their defenses. Oxytocin makes that feeling of connection we feel to someone else while we're falling head over heels. At the point when they're nowhere to be found, you're not creating so a lot. Thus you need more. That is the reason we can, in some cases, feel dependent to the individual we're dating. Dopamine, testosterone, oxytocin, norepinephrine, and phenylethylamine all work together to make a criticism circle of adoration. Sexual delight and heartfelt connection discharge similar heap of synthetic substances. These synthetic compounds make you focus on their source, while likewise pushing you to search out business as usual synthetic compounds. Love and sex, so far as that is concerned, work on the mind similar as a medication. Yet, regardless of whether you knew how to get every one of her synthetic compounds streaming in the correct manner, that actually wouldn't be sufficient to make her go gaga for you. Since affection isn't simply synthetic substances, it's likewise an element of individual history and inclinations. Brain research trumps synthetic substances, a main motivation behind why you can't simply utilize information on cerebrum science to get a young lady to become hopelessly enamored is that few out of every odd lady answers a similar synthetic blend similarly. Clinicians call these connection styles, and regardless of whether you discharge the exactly right combination of cerebrum synthetics, her connection style could reject any association you're making with her. While the hard sciences, science and science, let you know that you can take part in specific activities, discharge specific synthetic substances, and get specific impacts. The delicate sciences, brain research, say that something substantially more private and nuanced is going on. You're most likely mindful of connection styles, regardless of whether you realize they were called that. For instance, have you at any point been truly becoming friends with a young lady gone on several dates? However, at that point she simply vanishes. Or on the other hand, have you at any point had a relaxed excursion that out of nowhere turns serious? Those are instances of two unique connection styles. Precisely the same activities, 2 or 3 dates, where you two hit it off, lead to two ridiculously various outcomes. One runs and one grips. There are 4 unique connection styles. One of these is totally poisonous, 2 can be hazardous, and the 4th is perfect. We could try and respond with one connection style for one individual and an alternate connection style for another. In any case, generally, a connection style is only that a sort of response to whomever we think of ourselves as keen on. When you comprehend the fascination styles, I'm willing to wager your previous connections will begin sounding good to you. They are secure. This is where you need to land. A safe individual is essentially all right depending on others, and has others depend on them. They're similarly open to being all alone. In this manner, a young lady who has a protected connection style won't balance beyond your condo consistently, attempting to 2 or 3 seconds of your time. Nor is she going to stay away from you when things begin getting hot and weighty. She will see you when the both of your spare energy. While she could need additional time, she won't fall back on improper or manipulative approaches to certainly standing out. Restless. Young ladies with a restless connection style will quite often have lower confidence and be less secure in themselves. The restless young lady is in favor of closeness, however, needs far a greater amount of it than is proper for the relationship. In the event that you regarded you as a very choice and complete thing, not long after you two begin dating, you are know about this connection style. She probably won't fall head over heels for you. However, she will turn out to be increasingly exciting. The pretentious young lady present in a relationship, since she inclines toward being alone. In this way, when she gets a feeling of connection or solid heartfelt fascination, her normal tendency is to pull away and retreat into each other. She could care deeply about it, yet more critically, she would rather not care deeply about it. So she gives her very best to shut those sentiments out. While you could possibly prevail upon her, your energies are most likely better spent on somebody who is more open to becoming hopelessly enamored. Unfortunate individuals, by and large, have encountered an injury or maltreatment of some sort or another, huge or little, in youth, that makes them reluctant, yet hesitant to shape connections with others. They see themselves as fondness and interest. In addition, they could scrutinize your thought processes in being drawn to them. Unfortunate people need to accomplish the work all alone to turn out to be major areas of strength for genuinely sound to the point of being seeing someone. You can't fix them, and you won't get everything except injured all the while. Note that the two connection styles in the center, restless and pretentious, can be components of a protected individual's connection style. For instance, a young lady can be secure, however somewhat more tenacious than most, or she could esteem her freedom, while having the option to shape connections and associations with others. The unfortunate connection style is undeniably more expressly poisonous. How could you believe that somebody should become hopelessly enamored with you who contemplates whether you're deceiving them or attempting to exploit them? The initial 3 can the entire experience passionate feelings for you, while the 4th will continuously avoid you as much as possible. Regardless of how much a lady's science may be advising her to go gaga for you, her character, communicated through her connection style, may be a lot to survive. That is where brain science bests synthetic substances. What the study of young ladies experiencing passionate feelings for says you ought to do being familiar with synthetics and connection styles alone won't get a lady to experience passionate feelings for you. Realizing how love functions, notwithstanding, can build the possibilities tracking down the ideal person for yourself and making a significant bond in a manner that is sound and fulfilling for both of you. The basic demonstration of contacting and snuggling can cause you two to feel nearer. Understanding everything your synthetic substances are saying to you to do unwittingly can help your cognizant, reasonable brain to speed up or put on the brakes on a case-by-case basis. Understanding her connection style can assist you with giving her what she really wants in a relationship, or choose to find another person in the event that your connection styles don't coordinate. The study of what compels young ladies fall head over heels is definitely not an enchanted spell or a GD mind stunt. It's the basic demonstration of focusing on propensities, ways of behaving, and inclinations with an eye toward the job science plays in undertakings of the heart. You can't hack into her cerebrum and make her become hopelessly enamored with you. Yet you can utilize your insight into how the mind attempts to sustain and extend fascination that is now there. Given sufficient opportunity and the right similarity, that fascination can bloom into affection in the entirety of its bizarre, novel, energizing intricacy. How long love synthetic substances last? It relies upon what you are alluding to by adoration synthetics. There are numerous synthetic substances engaged with building a heartfelt association with somebody. As per Helen Fisher, experiencing passionate feelings for has three phases: desire, fascination, and love. Desire is the early phase, drove by testosterone in guys and estrogen in females. It depends generally on want, however not on association. Fascination is the point at which you become more over the top about your accomplice and desire their nearness. That is driven by two synthetics, dopamine and norepinephrine. Dopamine is related with remuneration, which is the reason it feels unique to see your accomplice. Norepinephrine places your body in an alarm state and can be connected with how you have a hustling heart when you see your accomplice too, as how you can disregard eating and resting around them. Connection is connected with focusing on your accomplice. It is when oxytocin replaces dopamine, making the longing to bond with and deal with your accomplice.